All right, cousins, want to share with you a story of why you need to always trust your discernment and intuition. Hi, if you're new to me, I'm Dominique Nash. I have a husband, I have a daughter, I have 3 boys and a dog. So, being a family of 6, sometimes it gets a little bit hectic when when all of us want something different to eat. We had that moment a couple of days ago for dinner. I had already cooked lunch and cooked breakfast, and I didn't feel like cooking anymore. And so my husband was like, well, we can go out to eat. Okay. So we don't have a car. We walked to the local Subway, and we were having a good time just walking. And then when we get in the Subway, the 2 attendants there, they had all of the chairs turned upside down on top of the table like it was closing, and it's only 7:15. So I asked when we get in, I said, hey, can we dine in here? Both of the attendants just stared at me and my family for like 2 seconds, and they both shook their head no. Now, normally, this would be an inconvenience moment. You know how we always be like, this don't make no sense, and you try to fight back. Not this. This time, I heard God talk to me and was like, it was a small whisper. And we walked out of the sandwich shop, and my husband was starting to ask the kids what they wanted, and we went through the whole cycle again if everybody wants something different. And I walked over to him, and he was looking up the Uber rates, and I said, let's go to Freddy's. And he was like, Freddy's? But I thought that you wanted a Subway sandwich. I was like, I don't know. I just think we need to go to Freddy's. So he schedules the Uber. We don't tell the kids. I just let them know that we're going to all go to a place that we've never been before. None of us had been. And if you don't know anything about me, my family and I, including my dog, we had to experience losing our car and our home on the same day last year. But anywho, so we have to wait like 18 minutes for Uber XL to come get us. While we're in the parking lot, I can see the sandwich shop attendees talking to the other little restaurants in that area. None of them are sit down friendly. The only one is Subway, but they don't want anybody to sit down in there. Okay. And they don't close to 9:30, and it's 7 something. Okay. So they're all wondering what we're doing. I can see them kind of like the owners congregating or whatever. And then our car pulls up, and it's a van. We had to go walk back towards the Subway because that's where the pickup location was. We get in the van. The kids are asking me over and over again, where are we going? Where are we going? Where are we going? I'm like, you're going to see when we get there. All the while, I'm asking God, I'm like, well, God, why you had me to go here? I really didn't want no burger and no fries. You know, sometimes it give me indigestion. Y'all know how that, okay, yeah. And I can hear God say, just go to Freddy's. And I said, okay, I'm going to trust in you, God. We get there. There's nobody in the restaurant. It's empty. And some of the little teenagers that are running it, they don't look like they feel like working. But it's cool. They welcome us in. We come in. I start to record the building because if you don't know about me, I like to share my experiences authentically and let you know how the food was, how the experience was on Google Map reviews, blah, blah, blah. So we sit down, we get our food, we eat. And then while we're eating, God said, look up. So I look up at the door and I see this young girl come in and her son, and she's like pulling this like basket. And I said, why you have me to pay attention to that, God? And God said, go over to where she is. And she had asked them to use their phone. And when I went over, being obedient, I was done eating. I grabbed my tray and I went over towards the trash can to put the tray away. And I can hear her begging and crying and asking the hospital, would they please take them in? And this right here is a direct trigger for me because we were homeless for 6 months. And I went in the bathroom and I washed my hands and I looked in the mirror. I said, so God, you called me here to help her. And God said, yes. I said, okay, what is it that you need me to do? And when I came out, her little son which I later find out is only 8. All they had to their name was 3 cents. And all she could get him, the people gave her a cup. And I waited until she got off the phone. And I said, hey, can I buy y'all something to eat? And she just broke down. She broke down. And she just reached for me, for her. And I grabbed her. And her son grabbed both of us. I know what that feels like. And I'm so grateful that I followed what God was asking me to do. I bought her and her son whatever they wanted, me and my husband. And we said a prayer over them. And she shared with me why she was homeless. She said that she had to deal with being SA'd as a child. And she started noticing that her son was distributing the same behaviors that she did when she had to go to school in that type of toxic environment, because she still lived at home with her mother. And whomever was doing this to her was now doing it to her son. And she says she doesn't care about being homeless, but he needs a place to stay. And I promise you, I told her to hold on, because her breakthrough is this close, because she is deciding to stop that broken cycle. They have to go through the fire. But I'm so grateful that I was able to pour into them. So follow your discernment. Follow that tiny voice that's telling you sometimes to go places that you don't never want to go or you never thought about. Oh. Follow your discernment. I love you.